Idle people, Big World star Matt Roloff is still trying to unload his family's famous farm, but after years of price cuts, the property remains unsold. According to an online listing, Roloff has relisted 16 acres of the 109-acre Helvetia, Oregon, property for $2,895,000. Matthew Tursek and Seth Murphy with the Real Brokerage are handling the sale. The original home, featured for years on the hit TLC show, has been on and off the market since 2022. Despite slashing the asking price by more than $1 million, Roloff has yet to secure a buyer, and the drama over the farm continues to spill into his personal life. Roloff first listed the mansion for $4 million in May 2022, before removing it just a few months later in October when no offers came through. He tried again in August 2023 at $3.4 million, then delisted in February 2024. In April 2025, he put it back on the market at $2.9 million, but 4 months later, it's still sitting unsold. Roloff Farm, and the original farmhouse, has been a monumental part of my life for over 30 years, Roloff told People in April. This legacy property was shared with millions of you around the world through Little People, Big World. It holds some of the most magical memories and will forever live deep in my heart. The TLC series premiered in 2006 and followed Roloff, his ex-wife Amy Roloff, and their 4 children, twins Jeremy and Zach, Molly, and Jacob. The family became household names over the show's 25 seasons. Roloff admitted that he once hoped the farm would stay in the family. "Yes, I had truly hoped that the entire farm would remain in the family forever, but life happened and that was not meant to be," he said. "My kids each have their own wonderful lives, some with their own farms, projects, and their own individual dreams, which I honor and am so proud of." In the meantime, Roloff has rented the main house out as a short-term vacation rental, which caused friction within the family. Amy voiced her frustration on the show. "I never pictured that the house that I raised my kids in for the last 30 years would be a short-term rental. There should be a family in it." Roloff's decision to sell, and his failure to reach agreements with sons Jeremy and Zach, fueled years of tension. Both sons have since walked away from filming, and the U.S. Sun previously reported that Little People, Big World was cancelled after nearly 2 decades on air. Recently, Roloff also faced a breakup with fiancée Caryn Chandler, just as he was investing $1.4 million into building his dream home on the property. Despite the turmoil, Roloff insists he's moving forward. On Instagram, he updated fans, "People ask me all the time about the big house, it is still for sale. We have some very interesting folks looking at it." He added that the farm continues to run as a vacation rental and remains booked back to back. Roloff still plans to live on part of the land long-term, where his youngest son Jacob works alongside him. Meanwhile, Amy and her husband Chris Merrick appear to be on better terms with Matt, with Roloff confirming they'll be involved in this year's pumpkin season. However, the Roloff family's iconic farm continues to be a source of turmoil for the stars of Little People, Big World. Matt Roloff has decided to relist a significant chunk of his beloved farm for $2.9 million, a move steeped in sentimental history and future potential as a luxurious residence. Meanwhile, family tensions brew beneath the surface. Matt's decision not to sell land to son Zach Roloff ignited a public spat, with Zach accusing his father of twisting facts. Jacob Roloff, the youngest son, reveals his determination to carve his own path, sharing that rerun royalties are non-existent, despite the family drama's enduring appeal. While Jacob and wife Isabel Rock relished living on the farm without full ownership, it's clear the Roloff saga continues to generate both sparks and sweet memories. However, Matt, who recently split from his fiancée Caryn Chandler, first listed the Hillsboro, Oregon property for $4 million in May 2022. After no bites, he took the house off the market in October of that year. He put it back on the market in August 2023 for $3.4 million, before taking it back off again in February 2024. He eventually listed it for sale again in April 2025 with a massive discount at $2.90 million, and 4 months later, there are still no buyers. Over the past 3 years, Matt has been renting out the big home to fans who want to enjoy a vacation on the famous property. Matt's plan to sell the farm has left his kids and ex-wife Amy furious, as they were determined to keep the property within the family for generations. "I never pictured that the house that I raised my kids in for the last 30 years would be a short-term rental," Amy fumed on an episode of the TLC reality show in 2024. "There should be a family in it." Matt's previous negotiations to sell to his sons Jeremy and Zach fell through, leaving both bitter and angry with him. Both sons and their families quit the show in recent years, and the U.S. Sun exclusively reported that the reality series has been cancelled after nearly 20 years on air. Matt recently addressed his struggle to sell the farm on Instagram. "People ask me all the time about the big house, it is still for sale," he told fans this week. "We have some very interesting folks looking at it. Of course, it's all about the use case, how they're going to use the farm. And whether we're going to have neighbors doing, we don't necessarily want a hog farm next door. There's a bunch of other possible use cases for these buyers. It is still being Airbnb'd or short-term rented. It's basically back-to-back, but there's always a few days somewhere." While 16 acres of the farm is for sale, Matt plans to remain long-term on the remaining piece of land, and is even building his dream home on the lot. The U.S. Sun reported that the patriarch dropped $1.4 million on the construction before their sudden split. A source told the U.S. Sun that Caryn is the one who pulled the plug on their partnership. The split was instigated by Caryn, but publicly, they are saying it was mutual, the insider spilled. "The family has been blindsided. They did not see this coming." Matt and Caryn seemed normal and happy earlier this month on the farm. Things were great. Matt's youngest son Jacob lives near Matt on the property and works on the farm, but Zach, Jeremy, and daughter Molly appear uninvolved with the operation. After years of bitter feelings, Amy and her husband Chris Merrick are currently on good terms with Matt, and will help out with pumpkin season this year, the patriarch told fans. "They will definitely be out here as well," he said in his recent Instagram video. However, little people, big world alum Tori Roloff shared new family photos while recapping July, and fans can't believe how grown-up her and husband Zach Roloff's kids are. "Just some July things," Tori captioned the Instagram photo dump, which was uploaded on Thursday, July 31st. The first 2 slides featured photos of Tori, Zach, and their kids Jackson, Lila, and Josiah, posing for family portraits in color-coordinated outfits. The following photos showed the family during several events that took place in July, including a trip to the beach, the family's time at a San Diego Padres game, and their 4th of July celebration. Shortly after Tori shared the post, several of the family's fans rushed to the comments section to gush about how grown-up the kids are. "Why do they look so old?" one person commented, and another wrote, "To me the kid's growing so big." Several fans also commented about their favorite photos in the post, with one person pointing out a sweet photo of Zach and Lila together. "I love the photo of Daddy with his daughter. These are wonderful photos," she wrote. Tori shared the new photos after she admitted she had mixed feelings about watching her kids grow up. She recently took to Instagram on July 24th to share a video that began with clips of the 3 kids playing outdoors. All 3 of her kids later danced for the camera before they were shown swimming. "The fact that this isn't forever makes me sick to my stomach," she wrote on the video. However, little people, big world star Matt Roloff and his longtime partner Caryn Chandler have officially ended their relationship after 8 years together. The split comes just over a year after the TLC series aired its final season in February 2024. The pair first grew close when Chandler started working on Roloff Farms. Their friendship eventually turned romantic in 2017, and after 6 years of dating, the couple got engaged in 2023 with plans to marry in 2024. However, the wedding never materialized. The couple repeatedly postponed their plans, and unresolved family issues appeared to take a toll on their future together. Roloff announced the split from Chandler in an Instagram post shared on July 22. In his statement, he emphasized that the decision was mutual, made on good terms, and that they still hold great respect for each other. He acknowledged the many wonderful memories they have shared and thanked fans for their continued support. Matt Roloff ended the message on a hopeful note, saying he was choosing to look ahead and move forward with positivity and trust, but didn't provide any specifics on why they chose to split. However, there have been quiet signs that all wasn't well between the couple. Although Roloff framed the breakup as a mutual decision, new reports suggest otherwise. According to the U.S. Sun, a source close to the Roloff family revealed that it was primarily Chandler who chose to walk away. They also mentioned that the family was completely blindsided by the breakup. In the months leading up to the breakup, Roloff and Chandler appeared to be happy on the farm. And as recently as April, Matt Roloff even posted Instagram photos of them enjoying a night out at a concert. The sudden split has left even those in their inner circle trying to make sense of how things fell apart so quickly. Part of the answer may lie in the weight the relationship has carried for years. Chandler had worked at Roloff Farms as an employee long before becoming Roloff's partner, and fans have speculated that their relationship began while Roloff was still married to Amy Roloff. Roloff herself alleged in her book, A Little Me, that Roloff and Chandler were romantically involved during their marriage. Plus, the timing of how quickly Roloff and Chandler's relationship became official after the divorce only supports those beliefs. The backlash never really faded. Chandler was labeled a homewrecker, and their relationship remained a target of ongoing scrutiny and speculation. That persistent tension may have finally taken its toll. When Roloff announced his engagement to Chandler, he shared that they were looking forward to a simple but elegant Hawaiian wedding in 2024. But those plans were quickly put on hold so Roloff could focus on caring for his aging mother. Over time, the wedding kept getting delayed, and their plans never moved past vague ideas. Little People, Big World Season 25 finale showed that the couple had very different visions for the big day. Chandler said she wanted a small, intimate ceremony, while Roloff casually replied, maybe, suggesting he was leaning toward a larger celebration with extended family and friends. Even that small exchange hinted at deeper disagreements when it came to how involved the family should be. Chandler also had ongoing difficulties dealing with Roloff's extended family. Roloff shares 4 children with his ex-wife, and he maintains a friendly relationship with Roloff and her new husband. That closeness has often brought awkwardness to his relationship with Chandler. In an April 2024 Little People, Big World episode, Chandler admitted that blending families hadn't been easy and that she'd worked hard to set boundaries in second relationships. But those boundaries were tested repeatedly. Matt Roloff also wanted to hold the wedding at Roloff Farms, the same place he had married his ex-wife. Chandler rejected the idea because she felt it was too rooted in the past. She wanted to create new traditions, not revisit old ones. The emotional baggage of Roloff's family history may have ultimately been too much for the relationship to survive. However, reality TV couple Zach and Tori Roloff celebrated a special milestone in their relationship this week, with Tori sharing a tribute on their 10th wedding anniversary. The mother of 3 shared a dreamy video of herself with Zach, beginning her personal note, "It's been 10 years with this guy. The best 10 years of my life. Thank you for always loving me, babe. You are the best husband I could have ever prayed for. You're the best dad and the best friend ever. I love you so much. Happy 10-year anniversary." Tori went on, before declaring, "Here's to another 10. At the end of the video, the couple's 3 kids, Jackson, Lila, and Josiah, joined them with their dog. Fans took to the comments to celebrate the special anniversary with them, congratulating the couple and sharing sweet replies. "Ah. Congratulations. You have a beautiful family," wrote one fan, while more commented, "Beautiful family. Thanks for letting us see your family grow, and happy anniversary and many more. You guys are inspiring and great parents. Happy anniversary. Have loved watching your story unfold and the beautiful life you live," read another touching note from a fan. Tori and Zach tied the knot on the Roloff family farm on July 25, 2015. The former Little People, Big World stars originally met on the farm after Tori started working there, hitting it off in 2010. After 4 years of dating, Zach proposed to Tori, and the rest is history. However, TLC star Amy Roloff shut down rumors that her father, Gordon Knight, recently died on July 23. The Little People, Big World star responded to the fake news when a concerned fan sent condolences on Instagram the same day. "Sorry to hear about your dad passing. My condolences to you and your family," wrote the fan in the heartfelt comment on one of Roloff's recent videos. While the reality star was grateful for the support, she insisted the report isn't accurate. "The good news is that it's fake news," she responded. "I'm in Michigan visiting with him right now. So far, he's doing amazing at 96 years old." Fans were relieved to learn that Knight is doing okay, as Roloff has gushed about their close relationship often on her social media page. In June 2024, Roloff posted a selfie with her dad and celebrated him on Father's Day. "I can't wait to see you in late July when I go to Michigan," she said at the time, adding that she cherishes each moment she gets to have with him. "Don't let moments pass you by. Grab them when you can," she said. After a week-long visit with her father in June 2021, Roloff shared her wishes that her dad would be able to attend her wedding to Chris Marek in August 2021. "I love my dad, and the memories of my mom are everywhere. I'm thankful for so much," she said. "My prayer and hope is that my dad will make it to my wedding." Fans were thrilled to see that her dad was in attendance for the special day 2 months later. He walked her down the aisle with the help of a cane and led the guests in a toast during the festivities. "I was so thankful that my dad was able to be there," she told People that month. And, of course, everyone loved his toast, the little toast. "My dad knows how to give good food for thought." However, it's an unexpectedly sad day for Little People, Big World fans as one of the Roloff family's quintessential couples announced a split after 8 years together. Throughout the run of Little People, Big World, viewers got to know the Roloff family through the ups and downs of their complicated lives. While the Roloffs weren't perfect, watching their family shift and change was fascinating. While many have never considered it a possibility, one of the Roloff family's long-term couples has called it quits. After 8 years together, the Roloff family patriarch Matt Roloff and Caryn Chandler have announced their split in an Instagram post. According to Matt's Notes app post, which he's limited comments on, he explained, "Caryn and I have decided to part ways and end our engagement." Although Matt offered very little explanation behind the split, he shared it was the best for both himself and Caryn moving forward. Matt was clear that "we remain amicable and will always appreciate the many wonderful memories we have shared." Matt and Caryn's split is likely a shock to Little People, Big World viewers, who have been expecting wedding bells for the pair. Although Matt and Caryn's relationship was far from perfect, most Little People, Big World fans expected it to be a long-lasting relationship that led to a marriage. Having been engaged since 2023, the couple spent the first 6 years of their relationship looking to the future, but it seems once their wedding became a plan rather than an idea, feelings changed. With Matt sharing the announcement of their split and reassuring Little People, Big World fans that the tough decision was mutual and creates a way for himself and Caryn to continue their relationship in some way, it's clear the couple had issues they didn't share with the world. Matt and Caryn's relationship may have been tough, but their decision to end things was a shock. Although Matt and Caryn's relationship had its difficulties, many Little People, Big World viewers enjoyed watching the pair as they were both considered to be more villainous on the series. With difficulties in the Roloff family that separated Matt from some of the children, his relationship with Caryn was something he could depend on. Matt and Caryn's care for one another was clear. Throughout Little People, Big World's run, Matt's issues with his family were one of the certainties in the series. Though his marriage to his ex-wife, Amy Roloff, was one of the central pieces of the show for the majority of its run, his relationship with Caryn came into play in recent years. With Little People, Big World over, Matt's living a newly independent life. However, Matt Roloff is out in the big world on his own again. 2 years after the Little People, Big World patriarch announced his engagement to Caryn Chandler, he shared that the couple have ended their romance. "Hi everyone, I have some tough news to share. Matt, dad to twins Zach Roloff and Jeremy Roloff, both, Molly Roloff, and Jacob Roloff, with ex Amy Roloff, wrote in a July 22 Instagram post. Caryn and I have decided to part ways and end our engagement. Life's a continued journey and this is the right step for us at this time. Matt also noted that he and his former fiancée ended their relationship on good terms. We remain amicable and will always appreciate the many wonderful memories we have shared, he continued. Your support means the world to me and I'm committed to moving forward with positivity and trust in the path ahead. Much love to all. The TLC star last shared a life update including Caryn, whom he started dating in 2017, back in April and has otherwise been promoting the sale of the Roloff family farm in Oregon on social media since. Raced from the farm in Oregon down to our Arizona place just in time to catch another open-air concert in the desert, Matt wrote in the April 27 Instagram post, alongside a selfie with Caryn. So fun and very lively hanging out with people enjoying life to the fullest. And for a while that included a life alongside Caryn. After opening up about their former relationship in 2017, the pair announced they were engaged and planning a wedding for 2024. I asked Caryn to marry me and she said yes. Matt told People in 2023 while confirming their engagement. Our plan is to enjoy our engagement and we are looking forward to a simple but elegant wedding. But while Matt and Caryn came forward with their romance in 2017, his ex Amy, to whom he was married for 27 years, suggested Matt had begun seeing Caryn before their 2016 separation. We have someone that worked for us for a very, very long time on our farm and I believe, this is all from my perspective, you know that there was more than just friends going on, Amy, who tied the knot with husband Chris Merrick in 2021, said in a Facebook Live in March 2019. And I think that evolved to a point where that got in the way of our marriage as well. Matt, for his part, never addressed Amy's speculation. However, Matt Roloff was thrust into the limelight in 2006 alongside then-wife Amy Roloff and their 4 children, and Little People, Big World fans are still fascinated with the family's dynamic. Matt and Amy welcomed twin sons Jeremy and Zach in May 1990, 3 years after tying the knot in 1987. They expanded their brood in 1993 with the birth of their daughter, Molly, and their 4th child, son Jacob, arrived in 1997. The couple made their reality TV debut on TLC in 2006 and 10 years later, Matt and Amy finalized their divorce after 28 years of marriage. Matt later began dating Caryn Chandler in 2017 and proposed to her in 2023, but they called off their engagement in July 2025. While Little People, Big World documented Matt and Amy's relationship highs and lows, it also shed light on Matt's ups and downs with his kids. Our family, we love each other, Matt told Entertainment Tonight in May 2024 as tears welled up in his eyes. There's been ups and downs as you can imagine, but I think, all in all, I think we've accomplished some good things. While Matt's relationship with Molly has been kept somewhat quiet over the years, she keeps her life off social media when possible, his dynamic with his sons has been more visible. However, Matt Roloff and Caryn Chandler are going their separate ways more than 2 years after announcing their engagement. The Little People, Big World patriarch, announced the couple's decision to end their engagement in an Instagram post on July 22. Hi everyone, I have some tough news to share, he wrote. Caryn and I have decided to part ways and end our engagement. Life's a continued journey and this is the right step for us at this time. We remain amicable and will always appreciate the many wonderful memories we have shared, he continued. Your support means the world to me and I'm committed to moving forward with positivity and trust in the path ahead. Much love to all. Over the years, Roloff was very candid about his love for Chandler on Little People Big World, sharing during the show's 20th season that his goal was to eventually get married to her. Chandler echoed the same sentiments at the time, saying, "I'm here for the long haul. I think we're all trying to overcome whatever stuff we have because we're going to be together," Chandler said at the time. It's always going to probably be a little bit awkward no matter what we do, but it's getting better and we just roll with the punches. Roloff hasn't been shy about his praise for Chandler either, calling her his rock in a 2021 Instagram post. She knows how to take some random structure I build and make it come alive with energy and soul. #living her best life, he wrote. The two eventually moved in together, with Roloff calling the endeavor in an August 2022 LPBW episode a whole new major chapter in life. After 6 wonderful years together, I asked Caryn to marry me and she said yes. Roloff told People. Our plan is to enjoy our engagement and we are looking forward to a simple but elegant wedding in 2024. A month later, he shared an update on Instagram, saying that he's making TV shows and mostly just enjoying my engagement and time with Caryn Chandler. In an additional comment on the post, Roloff jokingly told his fans, "You all kept telling me to put a ring on her," adding, "So I did." Roloff shares 4 children with ex-Amy, Zach Roloff, Molly Roloff, Jeremy Roloff, and Jacob. More than 5 years after she and Matt finalized their divorce in April 2016, Amy married Chris Marek in August 2021. She and Matt, plus Chris and Caryn, maintain a friendly relationship. In an April 2024 episode of Little People, Big World, Caryn opened up about creating boundaries with Roloff's family. "Blending families, that's a tough one," Caryn told cameras at the time. "Some go better than others. In my case, I've learned that boundaries are healthy in second relationships. I don't have any regrets about the relationship that existed and getting close to the kids, but I learned a valuable lesson that maybe sometimes less is more, so I'm treading lightly." However, Amy Roloff and Matt Roloff welcomed 4 kids ahead of their 2016 split and are now proud grandparents. The TLC personalities wed in September 1987, and their twin sons, Jeremy and Zach, arrived 3 years later. Their daughter, Molly, arrived in 1993, followed by son Jacob in 1997. Amy and Matt began their television career in 2006, the TLC series Little People, Big World, which followed their family's life. Jacob chose to leave the show in 2014, and 4 years later, his brother Jeremy and wife Audrey Roloff exited the series as well. The couple, who wed in September 2014, exclusively told Us Weekly in January 2021 that they are done with reality TV. "We are so thankful for the opportunity that the family show gave us, but being able to harness that energy and do what we're doing now gives us so much more life purpose and passion," Audrey and Jeremy explained at the time. "Going back to reality TV kind of feels like a step into history at this point." The Michigan native moved on with Chris Marek following her and Matt's divorce. The pair wed in August 2021. The Against Tall Odds author began dating Caryn Chandler in 2017, 1 year after his split from Amy. He proposed to the Arizona native in April 2023. Zach proposed to Tori in 2014, and they tied the knot the following year. After welcoming their first 2 kids, they moved from Oregon to Washington in October 2021. The following month, Tori debuted her baby bump, writing via Instagram, "We are so excited to share some exciting news with you. Baby Roloff will be joining us this spring and we are so grateful to God for this sweet gift." Son Josiah was born in April 2022. Jeremy and Audrey also got engaged in 2014 and got married that same year. The pair have always wanted to have a big family, they exclusively told us in January 2021, noting that they want to give Ember, Bode, and Radley more siblings. They expanded their family in May 2024 with the birth of their youngest child, daughter Mirabella.